bestseller on RiverBender.com.
Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind. And the years rolled.
10:11, that is the time on this beautiful 27th day of November. Sue Messerilli on the line now. Good morning, Sue. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I hope yours was good, too.
It was nice. It was me, 2 dogs, and a pig because the rest of the family went to Florida.
And hopefully the pig is still alive.
For the record, Steve is still kicking. Sue, with that being said, the hot chocolate walk, I don't know if you remember last year when you called into the show, but it really, to me, made me so happy to be able to talk about Make-A-Wish. I love the organization. And just from my perspective in the pro wrestling, side of things, and whenever I was really heavily involved in it, so many wishes granted through that form of entertainment and throughout multiple forms and multiple children across every state. It's an amazing organization, and the Hot Chocolate Walk is scheduled for December the 2nd, correct?
Yes, Saturday from 11 to 3.
This is going to be a great event. And now take me through this. For the folks that maybe didn't hear last year or need a little bit of a refresher, take us through what the Hot Chocolate Walk is all about.
Okay, I began the Hot Chocolate Walk this will be the 4th year, to be able to grant wishes to kids with life-threatening illnesses. And all the proceeds, and I did not realize this until this year when people started questioning me, the money will go to Make-A-Wish Illinois in Chicago. I'm not accepting the money and then handing it out to grant wishes individually. But trust me, all children within the state of Illinois who qualify for a wish will get a wish. Even if I raise, $2, if I raise $18,000, we're looking like I'm doing very good this year. So it just warms my heart. And this year, we will have a scavenger hunt free for kids under 5. Highland has these little buildings in the square, so they'll be looking for the building like the Penguin Palace, and the question will be, can you see the baby penguins? And then they'll return after checking in and turning in their sheet. We don't check the answers, of course, but they'll get a free cup of hot chocolate and a candy cane. And then from 11:30 to 12, we will have the Highland Music School playing at the square. It'll be kids playing for kids. And I thought that'd be a great opportunity for this group who normally don't play professional, but that's okay. They'll be playing, give them a little bit of a sample of outside enjoyment and show their talents while they're taking lessons. And this year, for the first time, we will actually have 5 or 6 wish kids on site. Normally, we don't. They already began their wish journey. So these kids are not just from Highland, but from the area, from Troy, from Sorrento, from Carlisle. We even had Wish Kid in Godfrey. So we'll have 2 of them doing their wish reveal, telling everybody what their wish is going to be, and it's been approved. So it'll be a warm the heart thing this year with everybody showing there and coming to see the group.
This is just incredible, Sue. And I want to kind of segue back real quick. And you were talking about the performers and how they're being able to kids play for kids. And to me, Make-A-Wish is all about opportunity. And whether or not, the main mission for helping so many children that are battling very, very awful illnesses, to provide them these opportunities with these wishes, but also just the event as a whole, I think is beautiful and a great picturesque setting of Make-A-Wish, because you're incorporating and giving that opportunity to a quote unquote non-professional group. And to me, that's what Make-A-Wish is all about, that opportunity.
Exactly. That's what I didn't even realize there was a Highland Music School. And when I learned that, I pursued that and said, would you mind performing? And they don't normally perform in public, but I thought, I don't care if they just sound like hoo, hoo. It's still kids performing for kids, and that would really attract the kids at the square.
Absolutely. And before I ask you about the ins and outs of this, I did want to touch on one big thing for the little ones, that are going to be up with their parents and grandparents. Now, Santa's going to be on hand for a meet and greet. How'd you arrange that one?
I have a good friend who has a Santa costume, and I begged and said, would you mind coming to the Highland Chocolate Walk? And he said, well, he can do it from 12 to 3. I said, perfect. And he'll walk around, and we'll have somebody taking pictures with the phone, or we can have them take a picture with their own phone of the kids, Santa, the family with Santa, and he'll be there, like I said, from 12 to 3.
And just incredible. And now, I wanted to ask you about the number 315,000. Is this the current total of wishes right now?
That is the current total of wishes granted.
Wow.
We have probably, well, in the Metro East, I believe we still have maybe 6 wishes to be granted. We're struggling with wish granters and volunteers. That's a big issue throughout the entire state. Chicago has a big backlog, and Springfield area has a backlog. Now we're in the Metro East, which includes Louisville, Fulton, Belleville, East St. Louis, and we've picked up a couple of wish granters in East St. Louis, which I think is awesome because not many people will go there. I, as a wish granter, I tend to cover the rural areas such as Sorrento, Mulberry Grove, Greenville, Carlisle, that areas. That way it prevents people from St. Clair County to have to travel all the way over here. But yeah, it's always a struggle trying to grant wishes.
And if you don't mind me asking, Sue, what's the best way for folks if they always wanted to be a part of this group, for finding the ways to grant wishes? Is it just dependent on the type of wish and what's needed?
We're looking for volunteers. So we have on site, you go to Make-A-Wish, Illinois, and you can select volunteer. So you can there is a webinar. It'll train you what to do. We've done some wish granting where everything is done by phone, and then you have the employees picking up the rest because we couldn't get enough people to go to the homes. I still prefer the meet and greet because you get to see the child, you get to understand it's the child's wish, not the family's wish, not the sibling's wish. It is the child's wish. And you can sit there and converse with him. And then when you say, okay, I'm going to submit it, and let's see if we can't get it for you, and their eyes just light up. And then when you find out it's been granted, the medical team approves it, oh my gosh, the look on these kids' face. And then if they go on a trip and come back, that is probably the first time in a long time where they don't have a doctor looking at them. They're not at the hospital. Their parents aren't separated. Dad's staying with the rest of the siblings. Mom's at the hospital with the child. It's a family connection, and it just really warms my heart.
Well, and
that's what Make-A-Wish is about.
Well, you just saying that, Sue, just brought a tear to my eye because there's so many times we all get caught in the ins and outs of our daily lives because, there's always things that we have to deal with and experience, whether it's work or personally or you name it. But just what you just said, to provide an opportunity for a child for one of the first times this family isn't separated, working 2 jobs so the other spouse can be at home and manage the care of the individual, and just no doctors around and just being one with the family. I mean, to me, that's something that, we all take for granted so much of the year, but to see that and to be a part of it, I could only imagine how inspiring that is.
Just being a normal family for 5 days, 2 days, if we do a room redo, whatever. That is a big plus for that family. It kind of gives a child an uplift that he can continue his battle to fight the illness.
And do you see that? And I don't know if you've had the opportunity to see the child or post-wish. Have you been able to hear of stories of just the morale, the spirit of the individual just changing from that moment?
I've seen it in person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's tremendous. I've had a child that's been in chemo for 4 years, and finally this year, I think he's going to get to go to Hawaii. So to me, I mean, that just warms my heart. Sending him little tiki dolls, and he's been resilient. He's fought all the way. I mean, can you imagine being loaded with chemo for 4 years?
I couldn't. I just couldn't, and that shows how strong that child is too.
And it gives them hope, so eventually I want to go to Hawaii. And if you just get through this one session, you'll get there. If you just get through this one session, you'll get there. So you take baby steps to get there, and they do. And finally you see that resilient. And I mean, it's like, oh, I'm finally going. I just had somebody come back from Disney. She wanted to meet the little princess. And you saw, the look on her face when she came back and all excited because they're talking 100 miles an hour and describing their wish and the trip.
Well, and Sue, last year I remember that you were filling us in on Charlie, whose wish was to visit Walt Disney World. Was that wish able to go?
Yes, after being delayed twice, he got to go. He will be at the walk this year, and had a fantastic time. He went from, I think, trying to meet some certain things, and then as he got older, he wanted to do something else at Disney World, which he was able to accomplish.
Really cool.
Yeah, Charlie did get his wish last year. It was held up due to COVID, and then there was something else that was happening. Oh, the hurricane hit Florida, so he got held up with that.
Oh, well, I'm
He
so
still talked about that.
I'm just so glad he was able to go. That to me is worth the price of admission alone, and he'll be back at the walk this year.
Yes, and he has 3 brothers, and they've all talked about, their experience, and especially the youngest brother, younger than Charlie. Oh, you remember we did this? So they all benefit from the wish. But Charlie benefited from the wish as well.
Well,
and he's doing great.
Well, and Sue, just you saying that, I didn't even think about that aspect of it, the memory making with other siblings. I mean, because unfortunately, whether or not, not even just Charlie, but anyone, to be able to say that I had a good memory, a great experience, years down the road, to me, that's invaluable.
Oh, yeah, and they still talk about it. I mean, like I said, it gives them hope, and it gives them resilience. That way they can conquer anything that comes in front of them going forward.
And with that being said, Sue, is registration still open for the hot
No.
Okay.
Well, you can donate. The site is still available. You can donate. We just can't provide the shirt because the shirt order has already been turned in. But you can donate by going to site.wish.org/Highland Walk 23.
Well, all I know, Sue, is I'm looking right now. I'm on the website. Right next to the goal, almost 93% of the way there, a little bit left if anyone has the opportunity to support this great mission. And I am looking. You are not on the top 3 of top individuals. This is really cool, Sue.
I know my walkers, and I've got this new member this year. And matter of fact, the second one is a grandma whose child will be at the walk. And she says, she just put it out to her friends in Carolina already. She's at 546. Yeah. That's amazing.
That is so incredible. I mean, just really incredible. And Sue, out of all the years of you being with Make-A-Wish, I could only imagine you wouldn't have traded one moment away.
No, I would not have. No, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Sometimes I thought after I left my husband, am I capable of doing this? Can I handle this? But it just warms my heart. This is what keeps me going. People go, well, how do you do this? It's granting the wishes that really does it for me.
And
the smile.
Sue, I'm telling you what, that to me would to be in that moment and really experience all the feelings and emotion of it. That's invaluable.
You create lifetime memories. I'm still in touch with a lot of the kids that I've granted wishes. And then as I connect with them, either World Wish Day or this chocolate walk, I talk about what's been going on in their life this past year. And, they start talking and, then all of a sudden they go back, do you remember when I did this? Do you remember when we got this? And yes, I do. Although I wasn't there with them, but that's okay.
Well, and to me, like I said, Sue, it's just invaluable. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, because of just the significance that she had in our area, the late Norma Glazebrook, being in.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just instrumental in Make-A-Wish. Could you share a story or just a little bit of your reflection on Norma and her contributions if you have time?
Norma did, I'd say, over 300 wishes in her lifetime, which is astronomical. She started the Ride for Wishes. I don't know if everybody remembers that one, from Godfrey to Alton. And that's what got me going to the hot chocolate walk. As she was getting older, she wouldn't be able to continue that, and eventually that did go away. So I'm glad I'm doing the hot chocolate walk. I've seen Norma at SIUE with me to try to reach out to the students, and then I've seen students come running across the gym, Miss Norma, and like I said, she connected with these families, with these kids, and this was her life.
100%. 100%. And, it's really cool to hear that too, that, you go to what you went to, Rides for Wishes.
Yes.
And that's how you got kind of involved. Is that what happened?
Yes, I joined the council and sat next to Miss Norma, and she says, and who are you? So I told her, I said, I'm not sure if I want to do this. Well, Norma's Bob had passed away, and I told her my husband had passed away. She said, Speedy, she said, this is just for you. And boy, she got me involved, wrapped her arms around me, and taught me the ropes.
And now here you are continuing, just the great work. And that to me is a beautiful story in itself. And Sue, as I say goodbye to you for now, I want to fill everyone in from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, December the 2nd at Highland Town Square, which is beautiful at Christmas time. Oh, it's beautiful. Registration's closed, but are you guys doing any day of, or is it just, or is all that passed?
Well, they won't get a T-shirt the day of, but we're more than happy to come. We have great attendance prizes that they can try to get. Getting tickets, buying extra tickets, and all the donations from the local merchants. They've given gift certificates, and then we're encouraging them to not only walk around the square, but peek into the various small businesses around the square. As you know, people go to big box stores and they forget the small businesses. So I'm hoping to promote that as well.
Well, Sue, that gives me another opportunity to go on my soapbox about this when I say small businesses are the ones that support so much in our community. Go ahead and ask Jeff Bezos to sponsor your Little League team, because I just get so tired of hearing that argument. But with that being said, Sue, the link is available on RiverBender.com if folks have the opportunity to donate to this great fundraiser and help reach the goal. You're right there, only a little bit left to go, 93%. And Sue, best of luck this weekend. If you have any updates on the recipients of the wishes, I know that you said there was one from Godfrey. Please keep us updated if you could.
I will. And we're hoping there'll be a big publicity, because she wants to create a Scooby-Doo mobile to go to the hospitals.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing in itself. I mean, we'll have to stay updated on that.
I will keep you updated on it.
Thank you so much, Sue, for your time. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, and thank you for checking in with me.
No problem.
And hopefully we'll see your audience at the event, and they can walk around the square, get a cup of hot chocolate.
Absolutely, and just be a part of this really great, just great organization. Sue, thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you on December the 2nd if I'm able to wrangle my pig around and get up to Highland.
Oh, you can bring your pig, sure.
With that being said, before I take a quick break, just a little bit of business. You were just talking about small businesses, Sue, and I'd be remiss not to shout out one of the small businesses that helps sponsor the show and keep us on the air, and that's Lisa Webb at 3rd Street Realty, the woman-owned but family-operated company who's truly involved in her community. Whether or not you need her to buy your first house, to sell your house for the 5th time, or if you're in that tough spot of a foreclosure or a short sale, she's truly an expert. And at 3rdstrealty.com, you can find a full list of educational material, or hang out with Lisa Webb and I on the 3rd Wednesday of each month with Third on Third. Give her a call today, 618-407-2513, or 3rdstrealty.com.